This show is slaughtering baddies. Chinks, I can't wait to get to her part because she had me laughing for 5 minutes. I kid you not, I was laughing tickled for 5 minutes straight for her outro, but we'll get to it. But yeah, this show is good, like entertaining from start to finish. I'm not kidding you. Favorites of the episode. My favorite of this episode is definitely Rosé. I'm gonna explain it a little bit later on. She real as fuck, and I'm gonna explain it later on. But if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. You see it sitting there. If you are new, it's probably red, which means it's telling you to click it. And then once you click it, click the all notifications bell so you'll know when I drop the next video. But thumbs up the video if you are new. If you're not new, I shouldn't have to tell you. But drop in the comments as well. Y'all weren't really as active last week, but I want y'all to be a little bit more active this week. And I'm going to chop it up probably to Baddies, the reunion dropping, and y'all weren't paying attention. But turn the post notifications on because then you'll see when I posted it. You might not have even known that I posted it. But let's go. And actually, before we go, Baddies, I'm going to try and get this out soon tonight. It depends on when they drop it. If they don't drop it at 8 o'clock on the dot, it might come out at like 12 o'clock at night. Because the Big Brother finale is coming on at 9 o'clock. I got to watch that because Chelsea got to win this thing. But let's go. All right, so we get back to the obstacle course. And we got Envi and Raven. They're pretty much going down the obstacle course. Both of them, they're struggling. Envi finally gets it done. Dez and Rosé end up going. Rosé came up behind Dez, past her. Hennessy goes up. She's struggling. Diamond is falling, which I'm like, Diamond, where was this track athlete that you claimed that you were? But Danny, her small self, comes by, laps Diamond, no shock there. And the left team, they ended up finishing before Jayla, who was the last one on the other side, could even get up there and go do it. So she ended up finishing, but she had to do it by herself because they was already done. This was fun. I liked watching this. Like I said, last week I said I liked this. This was fun. Like, they're having an activity that has a competition aspect for it, outside of it just being dancing, but it's something different. It's something fun to get the girls to just have a little bit more fun instead of always fighting. But Joseline ends up congratulating the winning team, and she ended up calling out Neek, Erica, and Andrea as the winners of the obstacle course. So they're safe. Oceans, Isis, and Jayla are also safe. So Joseline ends up saying that the winners, they'll still have to compete one more time to see who the winner of tonight's challenge is, and she'll have a $1,000 prize for them. Because she just wants to put something in their pocket and let them know that she appreciates them for being there and working hard. So I'm like, $1,000 for an obstacle course, that's not bad. I was like, most people probably be like, oh, $1,000, what's that? Yeah, I mean, it's $1,000, but to do it for just doing a fucking obstacle course, I'll take $1,000 for an obstacle course. But they begin, the individuals. Drea goes up. She falls a couple times, but she does pretty good. She looked a little crackish coming home, but that's Drea. Jayla, she goes up next. She kind of slid. Like, she was killing it until she fell at the end. My baby, the girl I got the crush on the show, she got Neek. Neek, even though I don't know, she might have lost later on, but we'll get to it. But that's my boo. That's my baby. But she slid. She's very athletic. Like, it's clear she was clearly the best one watching it. But she finished super, super clean. I don't think she fell at all. But Oceans, she goes up next. She fell once. She did all right. Isis was clean as fuck. You already know I love me some Isis too. She got to the end and fell. But most of them were all falling once they got to the end. But Erica goes up there. She impressed Joseline because Joseline was saying that her body looks smushy. So she didn't expect her to be strong, but she was doing it. She killed it. So we get to the placements. Joseline, third place is Jayla. Second place is Isis. And first place was Neek. I was super excited about that. She drops into the splits, twerking that ass. She got that 1K, so she won the $1,000. So Kay, a.k.a. Jigsaw, like I said, I'm going to stop calling her Jigsaw because even though she does look like Jigsaw, I like Kay. Something about her now I'm starting to like. Even though she brought a lot of this upon herself, I'm starting to like her. I am. I can't believe it looking at that face, but she's kind of entertaining to me. But she said she kind of over this and she want to fuck up Erica. She said she want to fight me so bad, I want to fuck her up. I respect her for getting out there, but if you know you can't fight and you know your face is filled with filler, I don't know if this is the move, but she takes it upon herself. Joseline said, are y'all ready for these eliminations? Kay says, can I ask something? Erica, I want you. She called out that fade. Erica's tired because she just finished doing the obstacle course, and she looked like she was trying to cop a plea, but she was like, you know what, whatever. So she decided to give her what she asked for. They get up there and they start wrestling, essentially. They got each other's hands and they wrestling until Erica gets her. I don't know if Erica either threw her to the ground. Regardless, Kay was on her back. And when she was on her back, Erica took advantage. She was giving her clean face shots. Face shots. And you can see, probably after the third punch, you can see her. You can see, I don't know if y'all saw it, but I could see her eyes starting to split. And I was like, ooh. But she gave her what she asked for. I mean, you asked for it. Like I said, you be careful what you ask for. But security, well, before security got to it, this part had me hollering too. Because she got on top of Kay's back. Because Kay was trying to get off the ground. And she got on top of Kay's back and started riding her like she was riding a horse. I was dying, but security ended up breaking it up. Joseline is looking and she's like, she saw a damn ghost. She started screaming, paramedics. Yeah, because they needed to be there. Kay's eye was leaking. It was like right up underneath her eyebrow, gushing blood. Blood is just dropping down. Her face is swollen, and I'm like, that's that Botox. When you get all, like her face, like I told you, her face looks like it is literally filled with Botox. She probably done got so many rounds of Botox in her face that whenever she does take a face shot, it's gonna bust. Like something gonna bust. So that's what I think happened. But Joseline's like, she's shocked that this happened to her. And it happened to her before because the girls was like, no, this isn't the first time this has happened. Like, Jayla did it the last time. But Isis said she was proud of Erica. She said Kay called her out and she thought she should have thought twice about it. I'm like, yeah, she should have because the last time the same thing happened. So, but Kay ain't no punk. I will say that. She can't fight, but she ain't no punk. She will get out there if you want her to get out there with you. But she needs to stay from out there because she can't fight. But Raven's talking about how she was living for that. She said that's low-key under her breath. Raven, I don't know why, but she's starting to be entertaining to me this season. Y'all tell me if y'all feel the same way. I'm actually enjoying her this season. But Joseline ends up saying that she don't even know what to say right now. Fuck them eliminations. We're not doing it. Pack up and go home. So Joseline then goes into the other room to go check on Kay. And Joseline's like, why you ain't tell me your face is going to get like that when you fight? And Kay said it's like the same spot that happened the last time. And Erica ends up coming in and walking in because she claims that she wants to go check in on Kay. Because she does feel bad for doing what she did. I honestly do. At this moment, I do feel like she does feel bad. But Kay's like, what are you doing in here? Like, why are you in here? Rightfully so. I'd have been wondering too. Like, you done beat my ass a couple times. So why the fuck are you in here? But Erica says, I feel bad for you and I wanted to check up on you. And Kay says, like, you don't have no real beef with me, which she don't. But Erica says, but you don't want to have a conversation. I came in here to have a conversation with you. Kay don't want it. She don't want to hear it. I don't blame her. Because, like, if you just hit me, I don't want to talk to you either. Even though I asked for it, I don't want to talk to you either. And Kay said, but you wanted to fight. And you kept picking with me. I'm like, yeah, she did. She did pick with you. She did pick with you. Even though you was talking shit. But, like, Erica, you shouldn't be this bothered about a woman that looks like the match. I was about to say the mask, but she look. What y'all say? The Purge mask, Jigsaw. Why are you bothered by her saying that she looks prettier than you? Just laugh it off and keep it moving. But like, whatever. But Erica says, I felt that you got your ass beat so many times. And Kay says, but you started in the first place. I'm like, she started with you, but you started all the beef with everybody that has an issue with you now because you butted in on Isis's shit. Like I said, I feel like a lot of people are failing to remember that because of what's happening to Kay right now because she done got tagged up on. It's like y'all forgot. I don't want to say y'all, but like y'all, if you feel hit, you gonna say it. But the ones that are like Team K, y'all forgot she was trying to tag up on Isis with Drea and Andrea. Drea and Danny. That's essentially why these girls was trying to get on her. But I mean, I understand like the jump up shit, like that's whack. That is whack. But like I said, I'm starting to like her now though. But Joseline says like, you came in here to say what? Talking to Erica. But I can't let y'all fight again. Joseline's worried about her face. And rightfully so. But Joseline says, I'm starting to think that Erica is an evil bitch because she know that girl got a face full of Botox. So why would you hit her there in her face? I said, Joseline, it's funny that you said that. But me, if I'm fighting somebody and I want to fight you, I'm going to hit you to where I know I'm going to hurt you. And if I see that your face is filled with a bunch of Botox, I'm sure that's going to pop. So I'm going to hit you in your face. Like, you can't pick and choose where I hit you when you want me to fight. But Kay ends up telling Erica that she should have never tried to sneak her. And what was the reason? Joseline was like, yeah, what is the reason? Erica tries to explain the reason. But Kay says, but you wanted a storyline. She cut her off. That's what you wanted a storyline. That is true. But so did you when you picked on Isis. Like, come on. But Erica says, like, since you're not satisfied with me coming in here trying to make amends, I'm going to whoop your ass every time I see you. Can't be mad at it, honestly. But Erica ends up telling Joseline to let Kay stay, let her heal, and once she's healed, we're going to get that shit again. I was like, oh, shit, here we go. But she walks away. Joseline's still sitting with Kay, trying to make sure that nobody else fights her. She says, I'm going to make sure nobody else hits you in your face. Joseline is thinking about, liability, I'm going to get sued. Especially that we found out that this girl right here is fucking with an old white man. That lets me know why she's with him, and what type of money she coming from. But the girls are back there talking about the fight. Diamond says that they fought in slow motion. That is true. Because I don't know what the hell this was, but Danny was talking about stopping lying. Erica put that bitch in fifth gear. I said when? I guess when she got her on the ground and started hitting them face shots. She said she just fucking with a bitch. And I said that. I said she just fucking with a bitch that can't fight. Like, you want to call that fifth gear? I guess that's fifth gear. But Kay ends up saying that she looked like a monster to Joseline, and Joseline's lying to her saying that she don't. She does. She does. But Joseline is still floored by what she's seeing on Kay's face. Erica ends up coming back to the girls as they're cheering her on now because most of them don't fuck with Kay. And Erica ends up saying that she don't feel good about what she did. So she's standing on it. She don't feel good about fighting her. But Joseline back in there with Kay is asking, like, what can I do for you? What can I do to make you feel comfortable? She says, being around these bitches ain't gonna make me feel comfortable. I feel like I gotta literally watch my back at all times. Yeah, you do. Like, you low-key started it. Let's keep it real. She low-key started it. Yeah, they jumped on her, and a lot of them, all of them except for Isis, had no real reason to jump on her, but she did kick it off. Like, you jumping in on some beef that didn't have shit to do with you, they're doing the same thing, essentially. Like, let's keep it real. But, Joseline ends up saying that she's going to get her another place for the night. Kay ends up walking off and back with the girls. Erica is explaining how she was helping her the day before and now she wants to fight. So apparently the day before they was cool and now Kay wants to fight again, as we already know. But they came to the conclusion that somebody put a battery in her back, Joseline. Y'all remember in that damn studio. But we then move to Envi, Queen Envi. She then starts to instigate Rosé versus Hennessyy. And she said, on the bus, you said you wanted your ones with your friend. Hennessyy said that she would, she says she would, but that's her bitch. I was like, I feel like if I remember correctly, I don't think she said like that. Like, I could have sworn she said that she would fight her for real. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. I can't remember. I'm getting old. Charge it up today. But Ocean's, and I don't feel like going back to rewatch it, but Ocean's white ass is talking about, and y'all tell me if y'all felt rubbed the wrong way by this too, because I did. Because she's white. Clearly, somebody probably going to say, oh, but she got this in her. She's white. She's white. But she's talking about how Envi wants to call out this gutter rat, Hennessyy, who was a black woman. I don't feel, it's something about a white person calling a black person gutter anything. It just don't sit right with me. But Jayla ends up saying that Hennessyy had said that she'd fight her friend because that's her spot. Neek co-signs it and says she said that she was supposed to be with Joseline, not Rosé. That is true. Both of them are telling the truth. But Hennessyy ends up saying that she said that she dances better and she needed to be there too. She did say that. But Rosé then says that they talked about it. And you can tell Rosé is doing, she's doing what you're supposed to do. If you can tell, either if you know it's true or not, like she says later on, I don't know y'all bitches. So I don't know if y'all telling the truth or not. Y'all could be starting some shit because y'all just jumped us. So I'm going to play face value right now. I'm going to act like me and her are cool even if we haven't even had that conversation yet, because I don't want to give y'all the satisfaction of watching what I know y'all are doing, which is instigating a fight between the two of us because y'all don't like the two of us and y'all want us to be at odds. So I'm going to do what I need to do right here, right now, and I'll check that shit later on. That's what she was doing. That's when I knew I really fucked with Rosé. I liked Rosé when she first got introduced, but this right here stamped it, and the rest of the episode did too. But Hennessyy said, where was I at? Rosé said that they talked about it, and Neek said that y'all talked about it because we said that we was going to tell you on the bus, and she kind of peeped the vibes. I do believe that is partly true. I don't think Hennessyy would have said anything to Rosé if they didn't kind of give off that vibe, because I believe Jayla was the one that said, I'm going to tell her ass too. So, I don't know. But maybe she did because whatever. But Hennessyy says no, she said it because that's her friend. Rosé says that Hennessyy did tell her, but she felt like they was probably instigating. And I'm like, yeah, that is true. But Hennessyy strikes me as the type of person that would stab Rosé in the back if she needed to do so. And I'm like, so watch her. But Envi ends up asking Hennessyy if she needs that. Pretty much like, You talked about on that bus how you was gonna fuck me up again. If you need it, we can run it. Hennessy said, I thought we were good. Isis said, but you said that you wanted to fight though. She did. And Hennessy said, I ain't requested, but if you want it, we can get it. Envi swings on her. She swings like Rolly. But Envi can't fight. That's what I came to the conclusion of, because she went to bear hugging Hennessy, like just bear hugging her, getting her up under her arm till they got to the ground. And when they got to the ground, she put her weight on Hennessy and started yanking on her braids. Smart, because you used your weight to your advantage, but you can't fight. That's what I came to the conclusion of. Hennessy, I don't think she could fight either. But they got up. Envi said that she called the shit out and she crunched the shit out of her. You didn't crunch her, but she crunched you. I'm about to get to it. They get and go in another round and they start wrestling until the point where they get on the ground, and then Hennessy ends up getting on top of Envi. She was crunching her. She got a couple good face shots in on her. But Joseline comes back wondering what the fuck is happening. And they fill her in on what happened between the two of them. She's pretty much asking, like, what happened. Hennessy said, like, Envi snuck me and said that she was, Envi said, no, I just asked you regular as hell. Like, do you want that? Two things can be true. You did ask her if she wanted that, and you did sneak her. You didn't give her a chance. You didn't tell her, like, square up. You just literally hit her, or at least swung to hit her. But Rosé says that she's not going to get it up and dog Hennessy because they've been kicking it with each other behind the scenes. Pretty much stating, like, I'm not going to get up and fight because y'all want me to fight. Respect. Ocean sitting there with her punk ass trying to instigate them fighting, talking about, betrayal in 4K. Rosé says, like, she ain't trying to look pussy, but that shit does low-key make her kind of mad, which I understand, but I wish because she started tearing up, and I wish she didn't start tearing up in front of them. But Jayla says it low-key do make you look pussy. And Rosé starts crying. She said because she fucks with her friends for real. And I can tell she's a real one. I can tell she is. But Jayla ends up hugging her and saying, like, if y'all want to fight it out and kiss and make up after it, do it. Stop instigating. But Rosé says, when I put my hands on bitches, there ain't no coming back from that. Real. I say that all the time. If I put my hands on you, we not there. That's the end of whatever it was. But Hennessy ends up saying they're trying to instigate them two to go against each other. That is true. That is very true. But Rosé ends up saying, like, y'all are trying to instigate me fighting my friend on TV for entertainment. This is where I was like, yeah, I fuck with her. Y'all trying to instigate me fighting my friend on TV for entertainment. I'm not doing that shit. She said, I'll handle it like a real bitch off camera. And even if she's not, she said even if Hennessy is not going to do it, even if Hennessy wanted to fight on camera, she's not going to do that because that's not going to change who she is as a person. She's pretty much saying, I'm not going to compromise who I am as a person because y'all want a fight out of me on TV. I said, you can't get no better than that. She did not let them put a battery in her back and do what they wanted her to do. I have so much respect for you. Rosé, if you end up on this video, I got so much respect for you. So much. But they head back to the crib. The very next day, Hennessy is sitting downstairs at the table, and Rosé comes up to her and pretty much wants to go hash it out. So they go on a walk away from the girls with no audience. Loved it. They went on a walk, went and sat at the park bench, and they pretty much run it down. Rosé asked her, like, how did my name even come up on the bus? Hennessy says they were pretty much asking, like, if you would fight old girl for the 50K, which stemmed from a conversation beforehand about how everybody felt about the girls going to Joseline's studio. That is true. Hennessy then says, like, that's her bitch, but she gonna knock her. She said, I'm pretty much gonna knock her down for the 50K. Like I said when she said it, I respect it. I feel that. Like, if it's a competition, it's a competition. If you come in here with friends or whatever, it's still a competition. I'm not splitting no money with you. The 50K is for me. Like, just as though I would expect you to just go straight for that 50K and not think about me. Like, that's just, it's simple. And Hennessy then says that she don't know why Rosé let them girls make her feel some type of way. I said, I mean, I get it, but you did, like, they was gassing it up, but you did say some of that shit that they were saying, and you did looked fugazi as hell. Like, you look phony as fuck. So, to a certain degree, she has every right to feel a certain way about it. Like, you low-key was kind of giving off the vibes that really wasn't your friend for real. Like, you said y'all came into the show together, but you didn't really act as if that was your real friend. But they both essentially come to the conclusion that them girls don't want them in the house, and they wanted to instigate a fight against each other so that one of them could get rid of each other. That is true. I believe that. But Rosé ends up saying that she kind of already got weird vibes from Jayla, Neek, and Oceans when they welcomed them, obviously, because they got jumped too. And Rosé said, Here she go again. She said, we are grown. We can solve shit with words. It don't make you weak or pussy to do that. Come on. Preach to him. She's 22 years old. Probably the youngest one on Zeus right now. And the one with the most maturity. She says, it's clear I don't mind getting it up with anybody. It's clear because she definitely did. She said, but if we end up getting into it, talking about her and Hennessy, it's going to be because we want to do it, not because somebody else is sticking it. I said, I bow down to you. She said, nobody's going to instigate that shit for me. Like, I feel it. They hug it out and they go to rehearsal. So Joseline, this scene was cracking me up. She's sitting down at her office. Andrea walks up. Joseline's pretty much asking her out, how did you sleep after everything that went down with all the fights and then the shit with Lexi and that nigga? So she ends up saying, like, do you want to go home early? Andrea talking about, no, ma'am. I said, have some shame. You're 25 years old treating this woman like that's your mother. But Joseline ends up asking, like, why are you 20? She said, why are you 25 acting like you 20? You got a husband and a child at home and you in here acting like a kid. I said, wear her out, Joseline. But she says, if you keep acting like this, I'm going to send you home. I'll break you and come after you and everything you love. I said, damn, Joseline. That was a little intense. But she then asked, like, how is Kiki, meaning K? And Drea said she don't know. She's like, I'm assuming she's still at the hospital, essentially. But Joseline said, try not to hit her in her face. She then starts asking about Erica. Andrea says she's just around the house and she feels like a lot of people don't want to talk. They just don't want to have common ground. Joseline then ends up saying, like, if she had to fight Danny for the $50K, would she do it? Danny said, nah, I'd split the money with her. I said, shit. Split the money with who? Who? If my family ain't in that house, I'm not splitting shit. $50K? I'm not splitting $50K with nobody. $50K ain't that much money. That'd be $25K, and then you got taxes too. Fuck out of here. Get out of here. But Joseline ends up telling her she's naive because the first day she walked in here and got her lips split, I was cracking up because you could tell Joseline was doing that on purpose to kind of like agitate her. But she said the more she looks at her, the more she don't like her. She said, go get them girls so we can go to this rehearsal. So they ended up going to the studio. They leave the house and get on the bus. Rosé asks, where is Chinks at? And Erica, Des, Lexi, Jayla, and Neek, essentially, they, like, I don't know, we forgot she was even here. Lexi says Chinks is to herself, so if she gone, it ain't nothing to really miss. Oceans ends up saying that Chinks had her suitcase and left. We then get a scene of Chinks in her confessional saying that she did, in fact, leave. She says she feels like she grew from this type of shit. She's a changed woman. She felt like she was going back to her old ways, and $50,000 is not worth going against your morals and where she is and the steps that she made to become the woman that she is. I said, I respect you so much for that. You put your own mental health first. You put your own dignity and pride first. Even though the first episode you showed your ass over a nigga that apparently you're sharing. But I grew to like her. I really did. And she's beautiful too. Beautiful. But Chinks, this is what had me in stitches, boy. I fucking yelled. She said Lex in her outro. She started laughing as she said, and the producers was laughing too. And so was I. She said, Lexi, I hope you win. I hope you get this money because when you get this money, it's gonna find its way back to you already know because they was beefed out because they was dealing with the same nigga that was pimping them out. And according to Chinks, Lexi's money always finds its way back to her because she gets pimped out with her money. That shit right there had me laughing for 5 minutes straight. 5 minutes straight. But Isis then asked, like, what's up with Rosé and Hennessyy? So Rosé ends up saying, like, we're good. Like, we had our own conversations and stuff. We came in here together. Some of the girls that had this conversation about Hennessyy to me, I don't even know y'all like that. So, like, I'm not going to take it for what it is. And she says, I'm not fighting my friend because people I don't even know are telling me to fight her. I said, exactly. But Isis says, nobody's trying to make you fight, but at the very least, address what she said because I know I would address mine if I was in that situation. I said, yes, I agree with that, Isis, which she did. She just didn't do it in front of y'all because y'all wanted to be the audience and see them actually bickering. And I'm glad she didn't do that. Like, that's real. But Hennessyy then says and butts in and pretty much says, like, you should say is that we had our own conversation before that happened on what we're going to do. Moral of the story is that we're cool and we've been cool even though y'all tried to manipulate that. Hennessy, I didn't like the way she was talking because she kind of butt in and kind of like tried to like hold Rosé in a way, trying to tell her like this is what you needed to say. No, she said what she said and she meant what she said and she said what she needed to say. Like, relax. But Neek says, Rosé, I feel like you're trying to make excuses for Hennessyy because you a real ass bitch and she ain't a real one. True. But Hennessyy ends up butting back in and says she don't need to make excuses for me. Neek says, but she is though. She then puts some bass in her voice and repeats herself again. I said, relax. Relax on Neek. Relax on her. But Hennessyy then asks, like, what excuses is she making? Neek says she's trying to save you. Hennessyy then says that, because she's standing up now, saying that she don't give a fuck what Neek feels like. If you didn't give a fuck, why are you standing up doing all that you're doing? But Neek ends up saying, we're not going to fight on this bus. I'm like, I'm glad you learned your lesson because I told you not to fight on that bus the last time because you had a disadvantage. And she was dead set on not doing it. But Hennessyy ends up saying, like, I'm tired of you sucking my dick. Stop sucking my dick. And Neek ends up saying, like, we're not fighting on this bus. I'm not sucking your dick. And Hennessyy then tells Neek to shut up as she turns around and she sits back down. Neek is over there talking shit. Loud, too, where she can hear it. She said, you a weird ass bitch. She said, I'll see you once we get off the bus. Because I do want you. That Baltimore comes out, boy. But she then says, like, I'm not fighting on this bus no more because it's too much on the bus. Pretty much learning her lesson. Like, it's shaky. You can't get your footing. I'm not about to get my ass beat accidentally. Like, I'm not doing it. But they both get back up. Hennessyy still wants it. Neek said, not on this bus again. Hennessyy said, then shut up on the bus. Neek said, I'm not. So Hennessyy then sits back now. Neek is still sitting there trolling her, asking if somebody got the video of Hennessyy falling off the pole. Hennessyy said, you still got my dick in your mouth. I'm like, if you don't just sit back and shut up, like, I would sit there and let her keep talking. And then when y'all got off the bus, I'd run up and steal her. She tried. We'll get to it. But, where's I at? Neek then said, where was I at? Neek then says, because Hennessyy was still talking to her too. Neek says, I don't want to fight. I said, Neek, you already know you my boo. But if you don't want to fight, shut up. If you don't want to fight on the bus, shut up until it's time to get off the bus. Because you continue to antagonize her, and then she might end up coming over there and popping you because you keep on talking. And then you are going to be fighting on the bus. But Neek is now telling her to come on. They both standing up at this point. Hennessyy says, I'm going to tell you one more time to get my dick out your mouth. She still had your dick in her mouth, apparently. Neek then says, come on, bitch. Like, I'll show you a ninja. She's hanging, like, there's these bars on the top of the bus, and she hanging on the bus, talking shit, just like antagonizing her. Everybody's laughing. I was laughing. But Hennessyy then sits back down. Neek is literally roasting her. She said, I'm going to lay your ass out. She said, you bum bitch with them fat ass shoes, them dirty ass shoestrings. She said, your edges are worn the fuck out. You looking bummy on TV. She was wearing her out. Isis was weak as fuck watching it, laughing just like I was. She said she roasting the fuck out of her and she just sitting there doing nothing because she was plotting. She was sitting there plotting. Like I said, when you get quiet, if I'm quiet and I'm hot, watch out. Watch out. I know how to fight. Hennessyy don't know how to fight, but we'll get to it. She was playing it right though. She was sitting there cooling herself down. Don't waste all that energy. But Neek then sits back down and she says, I swear to God, get me off this bus. So the bus stops. They get off. Jayla is telling Neek she's whispering to her, stay prepared. Get prepared when you get off this bus. Neek apparently was not expecting her to do anything. I said, Neek, you can't be like that. You can't pop it like that and then not expect her to do something when you get off that bus. You can't ever, if you going back and forth with somebody, and even if you're not going back and forth with them, even if you already got it up with them and it seems copacetic, you still got to be on guard. Be ready for anything. But Hennessyy says she ready to beat the fuck out of Neek when she get off that bus because she was doing all that talking, which she was. But everybody's getting off the bus, and Hennessyy is standing on the side by security. If you getting off the bus, if you're not really paying attention, you might not see Hennessyy because security's right here by the steps as they getting off the bus. And Hennessyy is right here, like, behind him low-key, but still, like, you can still see her. But everybody else is getting off the bus. Neek is getting off the bus with her damn suitcase, not looking in the direction that she's in. Hennessyy tries to get up and swing, and she missed. I'm like, see, you can't fight. You had a prime opportunity to clock her, and you missed. Neek, them reflexes caught back, and she got up with her. She was like, come on, what's up? So they start squaring up, circling around each other. This is an even matchup, because size wise, they both are good. They're both pretty girls, even though Neek she's demolishing Hennessyy. But I think Hennessyy is pretty. A lot of people think otherwise, but I think she's pretty too. But Hennessyy tries to pump fake, and then she tries to grab Neek because Neek got a bonnet on now. Tries to grab her bonnet. Neek is grabbing her hair with her left hand, and she's swinging. I couldn't tell if it really connected, but she was swinging. Hennessyy then ends up getting Neek's bonnet and swinging her around her because Neek is behind her, but you can tell they both are losing footing and they both fall. So we'll see what happens after that. That's where it ended. Neek was wanting another round in the sneak peek, crying. I said, "You better not have lost. You better not have lost." But good episode. Another good episode. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts down below. I'm about to, hopefully, if they drop the damn reunion, do that. It'll be out by the end of tonight. If it's not within the next 2 hours, it'll probably be out by 12. If you a thug, you're going to stay up and watch it. But if you're not, catch it tomorrow. We're going to go live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Myself, Movie Bay Legend, and January Flowers is going to be there. So, yeah, we're going to talk about baddies. We can talk about this, too. But, yeah, I'll see y'all. But if y'all have not already, thumbs up the video. Drop a comment down below. Subscribe if you are new. And I will see y'all in a couple hours. Peace.